and we're looking at roundabouts is the main theme, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're looking at road positioning.
Yeah.
Trying to keep centre.
Yeah.
Or if we're going around a left bend, positioning right, as long as there's no road opposite stream of traffic.
To increase my vision, essentially.
That's it. And also, you'll feel better. You won't feel like coming off the gas as well and slowing down, because you'll be able to see where you're going. And the other thing was, I've wrote it down. What was the other thing? Remembering to have a sideways glance before we go. We talked about.
So rather than turning my full body, it's just a quick glance.
Quick glance, yeah. And then we want to get more sat nav in. So, do you want me to put the sat nav on to get to the roundabout area?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
we can do that.
Okay. All right.
In 30 yards, turn left.
So,
Then bear right.
Okay.
So where will you be turning left?
So I'll be turning right here, then left there, and then right again.
That's it.
Okay.
So what have you done differently this time then?
I released, so I didn't give it enough revs. Would you say?
Remember what moves the car, or what holds it still, or stops it from running backwards?
Yeah, by keeping it, biting point, or finding it.
So you want your
Like
revs.
so. There you go.
You want your revs, yes, but you want to find. Remember we said at that hill earlier, you want that little tug on that little lift. You want to feel that under your foot.
Like now.
Yeah. And you shouldn't roll back then. It's impossible.
There you go.
See what I mean?
Indicating again.
So who's got priority here?
Well, they do.
You have, because they've got to cross your path to get where they're going.
Oh, as in, yeah.
Thanks. Don't steer too early, because that curve's real sharp there.
So, there you go. So we're gonna go. No, exit this way.
Which way does it look like we're turning at the end? So which lane would you use
I
here?
should have used the right one.
So you need to look further ahead at this as well, if that isn't keeping up, because it doesn't always know that they've just painted a line on the floor here, you see, and made a junction out of it. So as you drive forwards, are you up to date in your right mirror? Can we get across, do you think?
Okay.
And your sideways, well done. Good stuff there.
Turn right.
Indeed.
Yeah. So we was on about road signs and colours yesterday. You see the signs at the left, on the left there?
Yeah.
So we're on B roads now, and it's taken us to A roads. Okay, turn the key all the way back,
It is.
and then turn it all the way on. I think what you're trying to do, you're not setting in there, you're not getting your gas on before your revs. You're finding the bite and then putting the revs on. Fair play to you putting the revs on, it's too late. You're already at the bite. Alright, so revs first. So let's think about that now in terms of the next time we move off. Handbrake on, off that foot brake, 'cause that's a bad place to be, that. Because if you're always on your foot brake, you're never going to get to your revs by the time you got to your bite. It's always going to happen. So
here you
revs
go.
first. Yeah. Heel on the floor. That's another thing as well. That's why you're springing up too quick, because you're putting your heel on the floor.
In 150 yards, at the roundabout, take the 5th exit.
So that would be on the right hand side if there are 2 lanes.
Yeah. Well done.
So
Keep that clutch up.
Take the 5th exit.
No need to put the clutch down there. Now this roundabout has got little structure to it. We're going to have to get across as we come across. So I'm going to up my instruction. Keep the right signal on for now. Check your left mirror. Pop a left signal on now. Start coming across to the middle of this lane. Look forwards as well. Sideways glance and do a lane change to the left. Cancel the signal now. It's crucial. And follow the road round. Follow the road round.
Sorry.
It's the left signal on now. You've got to be counting your exits. You knew it was 5th, didn't you?
Sorry.
No worries.
That was awful.
No, nothing happened. It weren't awful.
No, but
it's the planning. I think the planning thing's getting you a bit. You've got to really be thinking about everything. And, feels like we've got to rush it and get it done. I must admit, that's how I'm feeling right now, because we've got a deadline. I don't normally work like this, but because you called me up and you know, wanted to work with me, then I'm willing to do it. But I do feel a bit sort of like I haven't got time to talk over it first and plan it properly with you. So hopefully it's going to work. I feel like I'm a bit out of character, like I'm a bit sort of rushy and a bit, oh, this is this and that's that, not being as, I'm still patient but not as, I haven't got time to be as patient as I normally would. So I don't know if it's coming across badly on the camera or it's coming across badly to you, but I really hope not. It's not my intention.
No, it's fine.
Just to recap, Doru booked 20 hours all in 1 week for the purpose of the people watching. And you've got your test Friday, haven't you?
Friday morning, yes.
Bear left.
So keep centre of the lane. Your right tyre's on top of there at the moment. Steer left again. There. Left again. That's it. Left again. There. That's how you keep there.
Bear left.
So bear left. What's that mean?
Bear left means we're keeping on this, basically following this, and now we're going. No.
Yeah.
Now we are. Yeah.
You got, because that diagram was there.
I didn't see that one.
So you need to be looking more, you know. Lights everywhere. So got a bend coming up. We're too quick. Brake. Harder. Got to get the brakes down. You're doing more clutch. So you're coasting, you're not getting the speed down. And even so, you've come round the corner, eventually it's too slow, the clutch still ain't up, it could be picking up speed if it's downhill coasting.
Okay.
In 200 yards, at the roundabout, take the 4th exit.
4th exit.
Do grade.
So you've got to get a bit more squeeze on the brake a bit earlier, basically. So what number exit are you taking?
Number 4, which means I'll go on the right hand lane.
Left. It's ahead though, isn't it? Look, it's 12 o'clock. You can use the right,
Take the 4th exit.
but as a general rule it's best to train on the left and use the right when necessary.
So number 1, number 2.
It's good planning. Keep centre of the lane, your right tyres are near the end of the lane as well.
This is number 3.
Yeah.
And then we're still going.
This one, that's 3, this is 4, this one's 4.
Oh, sorry.
Doesn't matter if we go the wrong way, but you know, we want to keep on track with it.
In 200 yards, at the roundabout, take the 2nd exit.
Okay.
Do grade. Take the 2nd exit.
Have a look at what you're doing at these roundabouts.
In 200 yards.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm going to pick a plan from there.
Please
Take
do.
the 1st exit. Royal Way.
Okay, forget the sat nav now.
Okay.
I want you to go straight on, 2nd exit, straight ahead, 12 o'clock, yeah?
Okay, fine.
Roundabout, turn right.
Okay.
3rd exit.
This is 2.
That's 1.
That's 1. This is 2. And I'm going through. See, that confused me.
You're not looking ahead early enough.
Okay.
You need to be counting them before you even pass your giveaway lines. If you're over your giveaway lines, it's too late. You need to be, we've already counted 1 and 2.
Okay.
Sometimes you can't see 3. So like that
Attention to that.
Yeah, don't worry about that. So that instance there, your clutch goes going straight down. You need to be braking first. Get the speed down via the foot brake. So what I'm going to do, is it okay if I up my instruction here?
Go on.
And get you doing the stuff that you aren't doing at the moment?
Please.
Only do what I say when I do it though, please.
Okay, fine.
Because I notice when I do it before, you still do your own thing.
Okay.
Well, you can, but it's going to be quicker if
I'll rather do the right thing.
So we're turning right here. Check your centre and right mirror, signal right, start to position. Off the gas, please.
Yeah.
Keep your right signal on. There's exit 1.
Yeah.
2's going to be over there. Last look right, keep the clutch up, back on the gas, let's go. Ease off. Okay, there's definitely 2. Keep the right signal on. Keep in this lane.
Number 2.
Check the mirrors, signal left, accelerate off. Accelerate off. If you slow down and keep checking the mirrors, it's like you're waiting for something to appear on the left side.
Okay.
Keep the speed up and there's less chance of anything to catch up.
Okay.
And that's where the early planning can get you, because you're already ahead of yourself. You know that all you're doing is literally just driving off the roundabout. It's just like driving through a straight road, really. You're just checking your mirrors and maybe having a sideways glance, depending on the type of roundabout, in case something could be crossing you, coming up at the side of you. So at the roundabout ahead,
Okay.
we're going to go straight on. That's your second exit. So straight in your centre mirror,
Okay.
off the gas, cover the brake, cover the clutch, just covering it, not pressing it.
Okay.
Starting to press it now. Okay, didn't want to put the clutch down there.
Oh, okay.
See, you're still sort of doing your own thing.
Yeah.
That's fine, but it isn't going to be,
Efficient.
because we're working on coasting, aren't we? Okay, so I'm going to give you instruction on the next one.
Okay.
I want you to do what I say when I say it, yeah?
Okay.
So just keep following the road ahead. We're going to be turning right. It's 4th exit.
Mm-hmm.
Steer left a bit because the right side. Okay, so if you see the roundabout, come off the gas, right 4th exit, check the mirrors, signal right, start to just brake at that thing. That's enough. Off the brakes, let's drive on.
Okay.
Count the exits now. There's 1. There's
1.
2.
That's 2.
There's 3. Looking over, then back in front of where you're driving. There's over. There's 4.
Now we indicate left.
That's it. Now look at the lanes.
And we spark left. What do you think about it?
If it's busier there, you'd want to come off in the right-hand lane and follow that through, then merge in the new road.
Okay.
I generally advise you to do that anyway. I'll keep more to the right and have a few more checks to make sure they're not speeding up on the inside of you. So the planning was earlier, wasn't it? I don't know if you felt different. So we're going to turn right at the next one, 3rd exit, check mirrors, signal, position.
Yeah.
So if you check the mirrors, you want to be positioning before somebody else does it. Off the gas, cover the brake, don't brake yet. Just let the engine braking do it. Forward, 3rd gear, clutch up.
Which exit again?
Right turn, 3rd exit. That's why we're in the right-hand lane. And you should have signalled.
1, 2.
Yeah.
And then now 3.
Start speeding it up. That's it. Keep speeding it up. 4th gear. The next roundabout, can you see it? Going
Yeah,
to turn
yeah.
right.
Okay.
So mirrors. When we were too early with the signal. Back here, signal on. Start braking. Brake, brake, brake. Don't do anything with the clutch yet, please. Just braking.
Right gear.
Okay.
Now 2nd gear. There you go. Now we're off.
Nice one.
1, 2, and then the next one.
Yep.
So now we're.
That's it. Bit more gas coming off. 3rd gear. This is better.
Slight improvement. Very slight.
The big thing is the control there, slowing down sometimes, you know. Just leave that clutch until the car's ready, or else you're just guessing the gear. You want to reduce the speed till you're at the speed that you're happy with, then match the gear to that.
Okay.
Unless the car tells you it needs clutch down first by when it rumbles. So at the roundabout, we're gonna turn 2nd exit. So check the centre mirror, the left mirror, come off the gas, just braking, looking, leave the clutch up, away we go.
That's fine, yeah.
Following this lane ahead.
Yep. And now we're indicating left.
That's it. Check your right mirror, see if anything's following you. Bit more gas though, don't need to be so slow. You don't want to be looking in your mirrors, you just want to be glancing, because if you're looking, you won't be looking where you're driving. That's probably why you were slower. We don't give things the opportunity to catch up, really. Imagine water flowing through a pipe. If there's something that stops it, it's all going to back up and cause tension and pressure. Eventually something's going to go wrong and bang or pop or whatever. suppose. Yeah. Good. So why are you in the left side of this road?
Because naturally I would want to be in the left hand side.
Fantastic. Good. So when we get to the roundabout, we're going to turn left. First exit.
Okay.
Keep centre of the lane. And left again. Centre of the lane. Good. Keep that clutch up. Keep looking forwards. Right. Drop to second to give the grey car time to pass. Clutch back up. Last look.
We're good.
Fantastic. Mirror for the new road. Good stuff. Right, just that bit of extra instruction there, I feel, has just tidied a load of things up.
I agree. I'm just gonna. Here you go. Just gonna go over there.
So, how do you feel about me easing off the instruction now for the roundabouts, and I'll keep my eye on your slowing down and your clutch timing and gear timing?
Okay. Yeah.
What do you
I'll do
reckon?
that. Yeah. Just tell me which exit, and I'll do that myself.
Okay.
Let's have a trial.
Yep. Basically, a good tip for roundabout: just keep your clutch up on the approach for as long as you can. It's easy to keep going then and roll past and through the roundabout. So, what are you expecting along this road then?
I'll need to slow down, maybe second gear. You can see now that there's a van. I'm just gonna give them space.
Yeah.
So that I can see further ahead. All the UPS drivers crossing the road. Checking my right mirror. There we go.
Is it worth?
Yeah, I'll probably wait for the bus.
Well done there. Okay, you're doing it again now. Your right foot's on the brake. It shouldn't be. Your left foot should still be on the floor when you set the revs, yeah? And also, you want to do the slide and dig routine with your left foot. You slide back a little bit, so there's your clutch on the floor.
Yeah.
You slide back with your foot, then dig and anchor the heel into the floor, and then use your ankle rather than your thigh to lift up off the clutch.
I'm hearing all of that, it's just old habits.
Well, I can give you reminders as well. What are you expecting of these lines?
They might be turning into red. One just made it, yeah. I saw them, so I was anticipating.
Okay. So at the roundabout, we're going to turn right.
Okay, so that means I need to
Yeah.
go into this lane. Here you go.
Nice one.
And then
Yeah.
there you go.
Nice one. Turning right at the next roundabout. Careful with your left tyres, just
Yeah.
run over that line there. Keep
Okay.
centre of this lane now.
We're going right, you said?
Yeah, third exit.
Third exit, okay. Sorry.
Okay, keep clutch on the floor though. Set the gas first before you lift that clutch off the floor. So revs, then bite. Don't now though, because the red car's coming round. thing. You still did it after we finished. You get into the bike, then you're setting your revs. We're going to stall at dangerous places. Roundabouts, we could get rear-ended if we do what's called a full start, where we start then stop. Keep centre here.
Yeah.
But you've got left though.
No, but I've switched to this side.
But there's no point on a merge because you've got 2 lanes. You might as well follow the lane you're in and merge gently and just come straight into the centre. You change lanes, then you're going to merge and come centre. But now, as it stands, we're on the left. We should be in the middle.
Okay.
We know that it's one lane despite the width because it merged.
That was just about.
I think you're doing 33. If to stop would be. Do you know what you mean with the amber?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd have stopped there. Past the point of no return based on the speed and distance from the solid white line on the floor. Driving, you'd use what?
Left lane.
Yeah. Fantastic there with the observations. This weren't drilled into you, this lot, was it, from your other instructor?
No. No, it wasn't.
Most just take the easy route and just teach you the bare minimum.
I guess so, yeah.
That heel's off the floor, isn't it? So we're going to turn left. Okay, whoa. Clutch back on the floor. Handbrake, okay, off the foot brake, gas first, then bite. Keep the gas on.
There you go.
When we move off in a moment, the clutch is going to be firmly pressed on the floor.
Okay.
You're going to set your revs first. That means, clutch firmly on the floor.
Yeah.
Set your revs first, then to the bite. Heel on the floor now. Heel on the floor.
It is on the floor.
Good. Checking your mirrors then. Away we go. Right, I'm going to get you every time with that now. We're not having it anymore. It's going to be done, sorted, yeah?
Okay.
That woman then stepping out.
Yeah, I saw that.
She got half her peripheral covered with that scarf thing she's got on, and then she stepped out on the phone. The bloody car coming. Okay, off the gas then, cover the brake. Because you're speeding up, the car in front's got brake lights on there. Clutch down first gear then. Check your left mirror, come round it. Gas first. Oh, so you find the bike there, you feel it rumbling. My fault there, I said I was going to get you and I didn't get you in time, so it's my fault that is.
That's fine. You should know this by now.
Well, the thing is really, we've moved on, we was only mastering it yesterday, weren't we? You know, so it's just time's a factor. For me, it's a little bit rushed, because I like to do things properly and I just feel like, well, we should be alright, it just feels a bit intense, you know what I mean? As long as you're okay with it and put up with me being a bit on you,
it's fine,
then, you know.
I mean, the driving test examiner wouldn't be easy on me, wouldn't go easy on me, would he? So
they'll be easier on you than I am, I think. I think so. But you see, the thing is,
you'll be for the worst.
This is it. This is why I get such great success with the tests. It's the attention to detail. It's not just as simple as, oh, use that routine. No, it affects other things, whether you realise it or not. One thing leads to another. You know, with control of car, and coordination of feet and steering and whatever it is. Sometimes on the test they ask you to pull up here in that exact spot. It wouldn't surprise you if that's a test right there. It's not a test, but they're probably doing a mock test or something.
staying slightly behind because I would want to see further beyond the bus.
That's really good, yeah. Great planning. And eventually the bus is just likely to do what?
Stop or turn to a side road or something, I don't know.
Side road on the left.
Okay, which is this one?
Yeah.
I should be careful for this one.
Keep the clutch up, keep going then, keep going. Do you think she's just going to step out? I mean,
honestly, I don't know. She didn't see me, so I just thought.
I know, but she was nowhere near the edge.
Okay.
You know, too cautious killed the cat. Like, it's like,
yeah.
You've got to keep going there. And if you slow down, you're going to encourage her to step off.
Okay.
If there's a car coming, she's going to get run over because she feels under pressure to cross because you waited for her. You're putting yourself at risk because you could get rear-ended, slowing down on the major road. The car behind won't have a clue why you slow down. And they'll think, oh yeah, it's for that woman. But they won't realise it at first because the woman's so far from the edge of the pavement, you know, you've not given a chance to check her shoulder yet.
Okay.
So look at where she is, look at what she could do, and just keep going. Now the other thing was the speed control and approach. Clutch straight down. As soon as you start braking, so it's like, so with your feet it's like brake clutch, where it should be brake, 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 clutch, gear, clutch up. Okay.
Okay. So basically brake, 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 and then clutch fully down.
Once you've slowed down first, squeeze the brake first, and clutch. So at the end of this road we'll turn right.
Okay.
Don't put that clutch down too early. Squeeze on the brake first and clutch. There.
Mm-hmm.
You feel the difference?
Yep. And you have that rolling effect. Now, I'm gonna.
Okay, well, don't do that. Handbrake on.
Yeah.
You could find the bite, come off the brake and shoot forward. That's the danger in finding the bite while your foot's still on the foot brake.
There you go.
It's a bad habit, that is. You've got to get out of that. So your other instructor was just letting you get away with that, no end. It makes me sick, the thing that, you know, like the other just trainers just all around the country, like just lazy, just not spotting stuff and just dealing with it. Completely not your fault, I would say. But when you've done 30 hours, been doing things a certain way, it's going to be stuck with you, isn't it? So my job is to just pick it out, and I'm sorry, but not got time to
do that. No whipping though, please.
I forgot my whip today, so you'll be alright.
It's all good. As I said, I just, you know, come Friday, we need to.
I want you to pass. You know.
It needs to be done properly.
Not only do I want you to pass, I want you to be a good driver.
Yeah.
You've dealt with me, you've been with me. If I ever see you around and you're driving rubbish or whatever, or I'm just going to think, or I hear that you've had a crash in the week, I'm going to blame myself for that. Because it means a lot to me, the whole thing. So, at the end here, turning left.
Okay.
So remember, get your speed down first before that clutch goes down. And
there you go.
There, good.
And rolling effect.
Here we go.
I'm going to use the handbrake.
Keep the clutch on the floor.
Yeah.
That's it, gas first. Fantastic, well done.
Now I'm going to wait for the Mercedes to pass. Because there's no way. I guess I could. No, I'm going to wait for the bus because there's.
When you do go, if you go, or you edge or hold still now, what are you going to set first before that clutch lifts from the floor? So right foot off the.
Yeah.
You didn't even need the brake, brake, did you then?
Yeah, because I'm on
Flats.
still road, on a flat surface, yeah.
Is there a potential to go past?
Yeah, that's something I'm looking at. Yep, there's no one there.
going to turn right at the mini roundabout, please. Third
Okay.
exit.
Okay. Sharp bend.
See where the blue car just turned in, where the cyclist has just come out from?
Yeah.
That turn. That we're going to take that turn. So
Okay,
next,
so where the red car is now?
yeah, next road on the right. Braking first, braking first, braking.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. You did it slowly and steadily enough anyway, but just a good opportunity to practice. There weren't much speed to get down, really. So at the end of the road, turning left.
Okay.
So remember a couple of things. Clutch don't go down too early, and when you do get ready to move off, the clutch is still on the floor when you set your revs. First gear. Clutch on the floor. Okay, yeah, it's fine. Turning left at the end, please.
Okay.
Well done. Straight to revs. Revs first. Try to brake to a complete stop. Let it roll, then set the revs while you're rolling. You know, with that slow pace of an old person with a walking stick at the end, just as we get into the lines. Slow, slow. You can set your revs in and save stopping. You're no risk of rolling back then if you've got a little bit of forwards roll, remember. Got 2 roundabouts coming up.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to go straight on at the first one.
Okay.
Second exit.
Yeah.
Good, yeah, well done. Then we're going to go left at the next one, the first exit. So what happened on that roundabout you just did then, because you followed it perfectly? Steer left because the right, we're not centre of this lane at the moment, the right tyres are over on top of the line, big vehicle next to us.
I thought I did the right, did I?
Yeah, you did, fine.
Oh, okay.
The left-hand lane was left only, and therefore disappeared.
Yeah,
So your middle, or lane 2, turned into your lane 1, and you followed it greatly. Yeah. Nicely. So first exit here.
I'm gonna wait for the big vehicle to pass.
Okay. So tell me about your footwork just then.
Yeah. Should have revs first, then
Yeah,
lifting my clutch.
But remember what we said. You don't need a bite point every time. You don't need it. It's beginner stuff, that is.
There you go.
It's beginner stuff. You know, to remember so you remember that you've got a bite point. The only time you need to already have the bite point really is if you're on a flat surface or you're moving off and you've got to be quick and you've got to be ready. You can just roll a bit, find it as you're rolling and go. As long as you're not going to roll backwards. If you roll forwards, that's fine, as long as it's the way you're looking and the way you're going. I'll stop going on about that now, because I've been going on about it quite a bit, right?
Okay.
You're still driving at the end of the day, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right? We'll see what comes from it. If there's more stalls, I think we needed to keep looking at it. But as it is, let's just see how it goes.
Okay, fine.
I don't want to put you off with the other stuff, thinking about that. Yes, that's important.
But due to the time restriction.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So. Do the best we can, I guess, with the time we've got. That was better that time, you just lifted the clutch without gas. Do you know why you can do that in second and you can't?
In third and above?
Well, you can do it in third, you can do it in first as well. But when you move off in first at stationary, you set gas, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
But whenever you've got momentum, you can just lift up the clutch and engage it.
Mm-hmm.
Key thing being is there's momentum. So you just lift up and it just engages the gear. You don't need to set revs as well, though.
Keep lifting my heel though off the floor.
Yeah.
So just need to think of going heel, pushing my heel down rather than the front of my foot.
You know when your left foot comes off the floor,
Yeah.
bring it back about that much, and then with the back of your foot go, and then use your ankle on the clutch rather than the whole foot.
Okay.
So lift back that much, dig, then ankle.
Okay.
At the roundabout, we'll be going straight ahead. That's your second exit.
DVSA motorcyclist.
Well done.
So second exit.
Yes, please. Okay, you don't need a bike point of such nature. You just don't. There, that's fine. You don't need it raring and it's really intense. It's like you're gonna get off like a racing start. You don't need it like that. Slight touch. Once you feel something under your left foot, stop it.
Okay.
The reason you're not stopping it is because you're lifting your whole leg up and you can't stabilise it, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's why.
And I think I wouldn't normally go on about it so much as I have done over the last hour. I feel a bit of a, pick whichever word you want really, keep on about it, but it is causing problems, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe I've exaggerated the problems, but I keep going on about it, I don't know.
No, I agree.
But the focus has shifted, hasn't it, from what we was doing yesterday to other things, and maybe that's just getting forgotten about, because we was on a good path yesterday working on that, weren't we?
Yeah.
Getting that sorted. It still is to an extent, it's just the last hour you've gone back to how you used to do it. What do you think?
No, I agree. Don't understand we have to do roundabouts and all that, but as long you can keep reminding me, it's fine. It's not a problem.
Cruise control might be a good one along here.
Okay, so like this.
Yeah.
And now I can just take
Take your feet off.
That's nice.
So it's good to have them still sort of in covering position, so so if you need to disengage your cruise control, you just touch the clutch in a little bit with your left foot or press the end of the button, the tip, if you like.
Once I get off, I'll do that now. Aha.
That's it. Clutch back up there, so let it coast down.
Cyclist.
Careful with your. I've been meaning to speak to you about this.
Go on.
know, giving gestures to other road users. So we went into Asda earlier and you waved that woman across at the zebra crossings.
Yeah.
Right, you would fail your driving test for this.
Okay.
Because you're telling people what to do or encouraging them to do something that really might not be safe for all you know. It's for your own benefit, isn't it, that they get gone?
Yeah.
So you shouldn't beckon anybody across or wave anybody across. You should never flash your lights to say go.
Yeah, I know that.
Because we don't know that it's safe. There could be something whiz past us that we didn't anticipate coming, didn't come out of nowhere, and they get run over. Because most pedestrians will feel pressured to go, you see, and they'll just go from your say-so without looking properly.
Okay. Fine. I understand.
Alright, so I would be careful with sort of, you know, the finger pointing and whatever. Just be careful with that one,
No,
because they could interpret it as you're being.
Okay.
I don't know.
No, I understand.
So we're going to go straight ahead at the roundabout, okay?
Okay.
So handbrake on before we roll back. Touch on the floor. Okay, that bike's way too high. Right, let's practice it now. Lift back about that much from the then dig your heel.
Yeah.
And then the rest you get to the bike with your ankle.
Okay.
Lifting up till you. Oh,
There you go.
so you lifted your leg then a
I
bit.
see now.
Back to the floor.
Yeah.
Lift up that much from the floor. Slide and dig. Now
Yeah.
ankle. Lifting the ankle, not there. That's it.
Okay.
So it needs to be that every time. Slide and dig.
Okay. Fine.
Slide back, dig in.
Okay. And then using revs.
Yeah.
Fine.
But your
Rather
revs,
than-
but your revs would be on before you do any of that with your left foot. Yeah. Sorry, you was going to say.
Yeah.
So straight ahead, second exit.
Yeah.
Keep it in your lane fully. You're in both at the moment. What are you expecting here?
Pedestrians crossing.
Yeah.
So I'll probably go into second gear.
Okay. What are you expecting around the back of this lorry?
People coming out, so I'm going to check. I'm going to go very slowly.
Cover your brake with your right foot. Prioritise. Don't press it. Just cover it.
Yeah.
Prioritise that over the gas.
Okay.
You've got two pedals and one foot. Do you know what I mean? So you're going to be good to prioritise based on the scenario that you're in.
Okay.
What can you see above the cars here flashing?
Yeah, pedestrian crossings.
Yeah.
I mean zebra crossings, sorry.
Okay, yeah. Anybody we're gonna need to stop
Maybe
for?
the granny and this man.
Okay.
There you go.
Handbrake on in case we lurch forward. Gas first, don't get to that bike. That's it. Over the shoulders, anybody cutting over us? Okay.
I wasn't sure about her.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think she was sure about her either, so it's good that we were. All word. So at the roundabout, we're going to turn right.
Okay.
Careful with the timing.
Yeah, because I don't want
Yeah.
to confuse them. It's just about, I made it. There you go.
Cool. Heel on the floor, yeah?
Yeah, it is on the floor.
Good. It'll take a bit of getting used to, but it already feels better. It already feels smoother. It's third exit we're taking.
This is number one, this is number two? We're still number one?
That's two. That's one.
Two.
That's two.
Two.
We're taking three. Good stuff. Why have you come into the left-hand lane then?
Because you should always be on the left hand lane.
Fantastic. Just checking.
Okay.
Because you missed out a couple of times today, haven't you? You've
Fair enough.
got into the right when you didn't need to. So I want to just challenge you, really.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
It could be a trick question, it could not be.
Fair enough.
Keeping you on your toes. We're going to turn left, first
okay.
exit.
Okay. towards in the end Pentagon Island, please. Endpoint.
Right, okay, yeah. There, aren't there? Vans, tractors, trucks, buses,
Quite a few.
all sorts. Just keep following it straight ahead. We're going to turn down your street,
Okay.
go right down to the bottom of your street, and then
Okay.
turn in left at the end. So keep moving at this pace. Okay, clutch down first gear then. But okay, so you need first gear early so your hands are ready to steer. But the point is that big van's behind us, so we've got to keep it going really.
Okay.
It's a tricky one. Of course they might step over without checking their shoulder.
Because they didn't even check. That's the thing.
They didn't.
That's why I.
But you see though, you still could have done that, and you nearly did it in such a way, just that you went for the gear so late, your hands weren't ready to steer.
Because I thought I could do it in second, but then it wasn't.
The braking will only allow you to go down so much, won't it, until it starts rumbling.
Yeah.
So you just got to, and that's the thing, I think sometimes you go for your gears quite late.
Mm.
So we're going to turn left at the end, please. Look left while you're waiting. I don't saw you look there yet.
That's true.
Turning right at the roundabout, that's the third exit. Do you remember that little quirky bit on this roundabout? That little thing that moves you out?
Yeah. Spiral.
Yeah.
So just follow the as it shows you
Mm-hmm.
the line essentially. It guides you, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Clutch in rather than brake if you need to slow down there. What were you thinking about? What were you looking at?
I was thinking about the fact that I didn't indicate I didn't check my mirrors.
Do you think that should have already been done way back? Yeah? I'm going to come off the pedals. Have you got them?
Yeah. God's sake.
You're back in full control now.
Yeah.
It's alright, don't worry. Use that use that now
As an experience, yeah.
as an experience to make you build and get stronger. Right, clutch on the floor, off that foot brake, handbrake on. Clutch on the floor, gas first, yeah?
Okay.
Even if you're driving a diesel car, even for the people watching here, if you're driving a diesel car, look, you need to be trained to use gas first, or else you'll come to a petrol, you'll be doing what Doru's doing and you'll be stalling all the time. I've heard that loads, you know, people go off and pass, their first car's a petrol and they ain't got the guts to go out in it because they keep stalling. They've not had the correct training. Gas first. So you still, even though coasting. So we're going ahead at the next one, that second exit.
Mm.
Do you need a bite point when you move off from here?
No, I don't, because I'm moving down.
That's it. Handbrake on. Otherwise you're going to keep stopping, starting, rolling forwards. You'll be like all the others. All the others do stupid stuff like that. You know. It gives the impression the car behind you going. That's the risky thing. That's what bother saying it. Right, I don't want your right tyres to cross that white paint. Fantastic. Nice one. Just keep following this lane ahead now.
It merges.
Yeah, normally the merge arrows, aren't they? But what it means is that this lane's coming outwards because the bus lane starts there.
Mm-hmm.
Gas first, that's it. Right, I heard you gas before you got to bite that time, that was good. Therefore, when you get to bite, everything's going to be hunky-dory there. So just keep following, yeah, all the way around this lane.
That was too late.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I should have. I think I did the right decision, didn't I? Because I was already.
I think it was sort of, yeah, on the line sort of thing, as it changed. As we get going, we can look to get into the left lane.
Okay.
The reason we didn't, I don't know if you spotted, there's a bus lane down there. It's only just become the left, that has.
No, I didn't.
So yeah, just there's no rush. You've got loads of time.
Bus coming behind me as well.
Loads of time, so don't worry. So what didn't you check?
I didn't. My peripheral vision. No, I did check the mirror, but I didn't go.
Yeah, quick sideways glance.
Yeah.
It's tough because what we're doing, we're trying to get it perfect, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we're trying to do all these things at once perfect. It's a real ask. Fair play to you. Because I think, yeah, we'll be alright. Come Friday, we'll be alright. What, 2 days left? Yeah.
Yeah.
8 hours.
8 hours.
Keep to the right a bit more. Check your mirror, make sure nothing coming round. Bit more gas. Bit more gas coming out. You can see the road ahead now. Bit more gas. Bit more. Come back to centre. That's enough. That's fine. Just don't be too slow coming down. Now, I want you to change lanes one to the left as soon as the left is available. Well, when it's available, when it's safe to.
Okay, fine.
You had a sideways glance then, are you?
Yeah.
And stay in this lane. So what about that indicator?
This guy, the Audi,
Sorry?
that guy that just whizzed past me, that was just insane.
Cars don't anticipate what you're about to do they? So he was speeding up into your blind spot. I think we had a chat about being in other people's blind spots yesterday, didn't we? So handbrake on. This way you get your gas. You ain't got to be on your foot brake. We're going to turn right at the roundabout.
Okay.
It's 4th exit. Now, this lane's got more than 2 lanes. What kind of format would you expect on such a roundabout?
Well, I'll be going this way.
Into the right-hand lane, yeah.
Right-hand lane.
Are you expecting anything later on? Can we already see anything that's going to...
Well, I can see an arrow pointing towards the right, but
So
no, not really. Because basically 1, 2, 3 lanes in total. This one goes to the left.
So we're going to stay in that right then until further notice, by the looks of it.
Yeah. Closer, it's basically as close as possible to the...
Yeah. So at some point, we're correct now, but at some point we've got to get across to exit, haven't we?
Yeah. So
Oh, skip.
before you meant.
Now you see that line there?
Yeah, spiraling off. Yeah.
Yeah, so that puts us in the middle. Follow the middle through.
And now.
When it's safe to, change lanes one to the left. That's it. And now, there wasn't a spiral to the left actually, but there was to the middle.
On this roundabout, I'll definitely want to do it again with a sat nav if possible.
Okay. So, slap a left signal on, and we're going to take the next exit. Turn right when you reach the end. And then turn left. Yep. Do you think his signal might have been good there to let this van driver know that you're coming before you actually do it?
Okay.
Yeah, so a signal would be good to inform other road users if they could benefit, if your actions could affect them. And I think we just put it on this gold one. Yeah, do you see what I mean? So just think about, you know, could this be beneficial to anybody else? Okie dokie. And relax. How you feeling?
I feel today went much worse than yesterday, to be honest.
Have we done more stuff and looked at more complicated stuff?
Well, that's what I wanted to anyway.
Well, you need to, don't you, when you learn to drive?
I'm just concerned about the remaining 8 hours, to be completely blunt. In terms of my reactions around the roundabout, my footwork is still not good enough. So I'm just thinking what would be the best way to go forward, to be honest. I mean, I'll be looking at videos, you know, putting myself in these different scenarios, but it's different to when you actually do it. I think this roundabout that we just did, that confused the hell out of me, to be completely honest. There's a lot of things going on.
Mm-hmm. What we need to do is be more centred and more focused on specific things. Really what we're doing is we're doing it all at once. And normally what I do, if you watch my videos, is I break it in slowly when it's at time. You know, when the person is independent and consistent with a thing. So let's say I don't know, just take some of the elements that we're doing. Let's say the road positioning's decent on the carriageways, so then we'll look at stop working on road positioning. Road positioning is a bit of a vague one. Just for example, I'd break it up into stages.
Because look, if we haven't even covered yet the parking in the bay and all that, which I still think we need to, you know, the maneuvers, the stop maneuvers, which you haven't, you know, the forced stop, that's something else we need to cover. So I guess we'll need to dedicate at least an hour and a half to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which leads us to what? So let's say an hour and a half taken from 8, we're leaving us with 6.5 to cover roundabouts, and it's an ask. It really is.
What we need to do as well at this point is we need to do a mock test.
Yeah, that as well.
I need to make you familiar with the test area as well.
Yeah, and that as well.
Because otherwise, I'm not giving you the best chances anyway. Because there's some complicated roundabouts and systems around there
That we haven't covered yet.
Yeah, there is videos on all of them in a driving test playlist on my channel. But like I say, you want to have time to go over that as well.
Okay.
So we just need to do the manoeuvres. we need to do the mock test. Sorry, we need to do the manoeuvres. We need to do the test area stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then we need to do a mock test. And then we need to see where things are.
That kind of leaves us with no time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see, what I'm doing, you see, I'm trying to make you the best that you could be, really, with what the feedback I'm giving you. I've known on the test, you know, bad road positioning, not even say anything about it. I've noticed on the test, for example, your technique there, they might be thinking, that's not the best way to do it. But if it doesn't stall or affect anything, they won't even mark it down.
Because if I stall, that is a fail.
No.
If I stall in a congested area, that's a fail.
Not necessarily. It depends on situational instances. That's it. So the amount of risk that was involved in that situation.
Would I be penalised for using my handbrake?
For using it? Why would you be?
I'm just thinking, whenever I use the handbrake, it gave me more time to kind of find my feet, you know?
Oh, okay. No, it's a useful tool though, but don't. What I noticed once was you stopped at the roundabout, the one near Will Morton, for anybody local watching. You stopped there, put the handbrake on, but instead of doing that, you should have been going. So if your mind, and I've seen this before, if your mind is,
Stopping.
I'm going to use a handbrake, you'll be stopping, and you shouldn't be stopping because you're thinking, oh, handbrake.
Yeah. So I shouldn't really be thinking about using the handbrake unless I'm on a steep hill, with the possibility of me rolling backwards.
I think this is the best, that, and this also. Well, if you're on a steep hill, you should have found your feet on the way up. You know, you should be doing that technique that we worked on yesterday. Clutch down, revs, bite point, balance, edge using the clutch, gas stays on. You're ready to go, you're ready to edge, you can hold still, all the rest. It's frustrating for me, because if you had learnt with me from the beginning, you wouldn't be doing all that. You'd already have it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No point me saying that though, because that's not the case. So if you look, if a momentary pause turns into a wait, then use it. Or if you're on a steep hill, yeah. If you haven't done that technique, then yes, use it, because it'll stop you rolling back. So that's really the what we need to do going forwards. The mock test will tell us really, because I will mark that in the same manner as the examiners would, because of my experience and sitting in the back of all my tests. So all the bits I'm saying to you here, I wouldn't necessarily mark down.
I understand, but it's not just about marking down, you know, it's about, because if I will be driving in the best possible way, that I'm, you know, for whatever reason that might come up, you know, someone cutting me short or whatever, I'll be prepared for that, which is right for you to do, to actually teach me the proper way. I completely understand. It just prepares me for any possible hazard, you know, or incident or accident, God forbid.
God forbid, yeah.
So then, for the next lesson, how do you see it? I mean, we obviously have tomorrow 4 lessons, Wednesday, Thursday another 4 hours, right? So should we start maybe in the second part of tomorrow having a mock test?
That's what I think we should do.
So in the morning, cover more roundabouts again, and
yeah, we can start off with some of that. We can head towards Pride Park. Use that.
We haven't even gone through the complicated what's it called, roundabouts, right? We haven't really covered
We're not
because what would you classify this as just now?
Yeah, that's a spiral roundabout, that. The one in Allington, where we did it earlier on today, and I said, oh, you see that line, follow it, and you followed it perfectly. That was a spiral roundabout. The one in near the Blue Peter pub in Alveston, when I said, do you realise what you just did? Because the left disappeared and you followed it. Right, so your lane 2 become your lane 1 because the left one disappeared. So we've done it, and you've been doing it without realising, really.
No, but I'm still...
you want to know you're doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? I'm not quite sure. When I'm going around roundabouts, I'm still tense. You know, I'm still maybe overcautious. Like you've seen, I slow down when I go on the roundabout rather than me, you know, going forward. So remember when I was telling you initially when we met up that sometimes my mind goes a bit fuzzy with roundabouts. You can see now what I meant by that, right? Even with the even though it's fourth exit. I confused at that time. When I said this is the second, he was like, no, it's still the first exit, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that surprised me, that one. I've never had anybody say that before.
So, although I know now that I'm looking back, how can it be a second, because cars are coming from that way? But in the moment, it's just, I don't know.
I know. It's all right. You need more time, don't you, to get your head around it? You know.
So how many roundabouts are there to cover? I mean, I'm not talking about the small roundabouts. I'm fine with them. I mean, honestly, other than that blip when we turned around, remember we followed the sat nav and I went completely over it.
You just need to, right? You need to understand, where do I want to go? What's the general direction? So what lane do I need to start in, right? Then, once you're on that, work out what, like we did on the last one, right to right, if it's the right-hand lane. And then you're simply using the same format. You remember that diagram I drew earlier, that circle with the lines off?
Yeah.
You're just looking for lines. So it's that skill that you need to transfer and have in your mind when you approach every single roundabout, in case there's a line. Any lines? No? Okay. Go around the next bit of the bend of the roundabout. Any lines? No. Stay in the lane I'm in. No. Stay in the lane. Oh, there's a line there. When I'm turning right, I'm in the middle lane. I'm in the right lane. There's 3 lanes. I've got to get so I'm going to follow that. It's got to be forward thinking, forward planning like that. You've got to have all the tools in the back of your mind. Because they're all different. You can't sort of rehearse everyone. But we can certainly have a look at some spiral roundabouts next lesson. We can. I'll tell you what we can do. Here's the plan. We'll head through Pride Park, do some roundabouts around there, working on the approach and that. We'll get onto the A52, go down to the M1 Long Eaton roundabout, go for Long Eaton round there. We'll turn right there. It's a big spiral. You can get it up on Google Maps tonight if you want.
Long Eaton spiral, okay.
Yeah.
I mean Long Eaton roundabout.
it's off the A52.
Okay.
I can't remember what junction it is. And then we'll go and do some parking. There's a good place to practice parking in Long Eaton, so we can incorporate that in with the drive.
And have a mock as well.
All the bits and bobs, really, we'll have to just try and get in on the move. Do your manoeuvres, do the mock in the afternoon. Tonight, what I want you to do, I want you to really reflect on today's driving. I want you to get an A4 piece of paper or something, and I want you to write down the areas that we've been talking about, how you feel they went, and what you feel you need to do. So step by step, based on what's already in your head, and I can help you fill the blanks tomorrow if there is any, what it is you need to do to change and how you're going to do it.
Okay.
So I want you to really reflect, so that tomorrow it's already in your head. You know, it's already sort of there. I'm sure it will be anyway, but I think it's better to go about it that way. Write down all the things that you think you could improve as well, just bullet point separate.
Okay.
And just have a think about them all, and think about why you need to improve them, what's the danger, and how you're going to do it. Do you even know the answers to those questions? If you don't, then that's something we need to address, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Alright, I think that's probably the best plan for now.
Okay.
Yeah?
Fine. Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so I'll see you tomorrow.